Happy Friday, Army. It's Heidi Allen, founder of the Positive People Army. We did it. It's Friday. We are there again. Absolutely love Fridays. As you know, there's not many days of the week that I dislike, but I especially love Fridays. We're heading into the weekend, especially this weekend, because on Sunday it is the Positive People Army, the PPA holiday party. I hope you can come and join us. Please check in the news feed. I'd love for all of you to come out and be a part of the first holiday party. That'd be so fun. There's so many that have already RSVP'd, and I can't wait to meet you. I wanted to talk today a really important thing that happens around this time of the year. As most of you know, I've already spoken about it. I'm in love with the holiday season, absolutely in love with it. You can see my beautiful Christmas tree behind me. I beyond love the holidays. But sometimes what happens during the holidays is we get a little overwhelmed. We get a little overwhelmed with the amount of functions we have to go to, making sure we get, the right gifts for people, or are we giving back enough? And there's just so much to do, getting the house ready, decorating, hosting people, whatever it is, tons of shopping. Don't even get me started on all the shopping. But we can get a little overwhelmed because, of course, our regular life is still happening at the same time. So what happens is we get that feeling of being overwhelmed, and it's like anxiety can set in, frustration can set in. All of a sudden, it's like the best time of the year can turn into something that you're really not looking forward to because you're feeling overwhelmed. So how can you prevent this feeling from bubbling up and you not enjoying the holidays and the amazing things that are happening, especially if you have a lot of family around you? So here's a couple of things I'd love to just kind of like put in your brain so you can remember when that feeling bubbles up and all of a sudden it's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the butterflies in your stomach. Maybe it's the heaviness on your chest from anxiety. Maybe you lash out at people and you're so frustrated. So one of the things I want you to be really aware of is multitasking. Now, multitasking, of course, as everyone knows, for the longest time, this was something where people bragged about it, or they said it was a great thing that they did, where in fact, multitasking, I want to tell you this, multitasking doesn't let you focus on any one thing. And what happens when you multitask, when you're doing several different things at the same time, you're returning emails, you're returning texts, you're phoning people, you're running around, you're out shopping, and while you're at the cash register, you're returning stuff. It's like that feeling makes you feel busier than you actually are. And I want to tell you that multitasking actually cuts down on productivity by 40%. So here you think you're doing something really great for yourself, but in fact, you're really not getting a lot of stuff done and you're making yourself overwhelmed. So what I want you to do is in these moments where all of a sudden you're doing 15 different things at once, it's like, you're baking the Christmas cookies and you're on the phone to your mother and then you're returning emails and you're wrapping gifts. And it's like, let's just take a breath. And I want you to write some things down. Make yourself a list. We constantly talk here in the Army. We constantly talk about journaling, about making lists, about strategically making your life easier and more enjoyable. So by making a list of the things you do need to get done, but what I need you to know with this list, because sometimes to-do lists can really stress people out. I want you to make that list, and then I want you to give yourself permission that what doesn't get done can go to the next day. I'm not talking about procrastinating. I'm talking about you're giving yourself permission that it's okay to just do what you can do in the day. Stay in the present moment. Do one task at a time. Stay in the present moment. First of all, soon as you stay in the present moment, what happens? It's much more enjoyable. You're recognizing, you're aware of what is going on around you. The moment that you're constantly in that busy multitasking, there's no awareness anymore. You're not truly enjoying the moments that you should be, okay? So I want you to make that list. Give yourself permission. That's the most important part. Give yourself permission that it's okay to go to the next day. Okay, so let's get rid of that multitasking, because like I said, you're literally not doing a productive, good job here. You're doing 40% less than if you just focused and did things one at a time. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is take a step out. I truly believe that when that moment of that overwhelming feeling comes over me, I like right away, I take a step out, which could mean moving to another room and sit and have a coffee. It could mean go for a walk for 5 minutes. That for me it is the one thing that works a lot. When I feel that feeling that I'm overwhelmed, I just step away for a good 5 to 10 minutes and just go outside. I'll either go in my backyard, I'll walk around the block, I'll go grab myself a coffee at one of the local coffee shops on the Danforth. I will do something to just all of a sudden bring me back to the present moment, that I can just breathe. And then, of course, I'm aware of what's going on around me, and I'm in a better headspace now to go back to whatever it was that I was doing. So give yourself permission to step away for a few minutes. The sky is not going to fall if you do. It really won't. So make sure you do take that moment. And this could happen where sometimes you have, a lot of people around you. You're hosting a lot of people, or you're going to a lot of parties. It's okay to also even step away for 5 minutes from that if you're getting that overwhelmed feeling. Okay? Next, I want you guys to start delegating. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I don't know if it just comes with age, but I am learning to delegate. It is it's a great thing. Give up some of the control. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do all the shopping, all the baking, wrap all the gifts, host every single party. You don't have to do it all. You really don't. You can delegate some of those tasks to, say, your husband or your wife or your partner or a child, even one of your kids. I have older kids, so I can delegate and have them help me out in certain places so that I don't get too overwhelmed at this time of the year. Last but not least, guys, I want to tell you one word that is going to be your saving grace, and that word is no. You are allowed to say no. You don't have to go to every single party. You don't have to do everything. No is such a beautiful, powerful word you can bring into your life. If you are saying yes because you're so worried about hurting everyone else's feelings, but at the end of the day, you're hurting your own. No is an incredible word that goes hand in hand with self-care. By saying no to something, you are saying yes to you. Yes to maybe this is too much. Yes, I can't go to every single event. It's like, say no. It's okay. Again, I feel like no is a word as I got older that I learned to embrace. The people that you say no to, if they're incredible human beings in your life, they're going to understand. They're 100% going to understand that it's okay to say no sometimes. Okay? So give yourself permission. Make sure you're delegating this holiday season. Step away if you need to. Take 5 minutes for yourself to have a coffee break, to go for a walk, to just go to another room. You can do that. And of course, let's get rid of the multitasking. Let's focus on what we're doing. Focus on what you're doing and have an incredible holiday season. And don't get overwhelmed this December. There's too many of us that by the time we get to Christmas Day, we're exhausted. Ditch that. Ditch it and enjoy this holiday season. Again, I hope to see so many of you at the holiday party on Sunday. It's taking place at Relish Bar and Grill. Check out the post in the Positive People Army. We're also looking for some donations for the Red Door Shelter. We want to give back. That's what we're doing here in the Army. We're giving back with inspiration and positivity, and a little extra can go a long way by donating to the Red Door Shelter. Okay, guys, have a great day. Happy Friday.